So let's go ahead and compare the Google Pixel 9 and the Google Pixel 7 Pro and see how both these phones compare. Now, the Pixel 9 just came out. It's a very, very good phone. The Pixel 7 Pro was the main Pro flagship of 2022. I like both these phones, but it is interesting because the 7 Pro cost more than the 7 at the time, and the 9 is supposed to be the 7's, successor actually. So let's go and see how they both compare. If you want to pick up either one of these phones, links will be down in the description. You can get them from there, and you can help support the channel at the exact same time. Now, starting off with the outside of the Google Pixel 7 Pro, this particular phone on the front has a 6.7-inch LTPO AMOLED display. It's a 1440p panel, and it's a 120Hz panel as well. It gets 1500 nits of brightness, and it's a good looking panel, right? It's a good screen. It's very, very big. It gets fairly bright. It does have an edged screen though, which I actually liked a lot. Nowadays they are completely flat, but these edged panels were really, really nice, and I did like having that type of edge. You're getting the hole punch display at the very top, and it's still a very good looking panel. On the Google Pixel 9, on the other hand, this is a little bit of a smaller display. So this particular phone, you're going to be getting a 6.3-inch OLED display. So this one is just a standard OLED display. It's 120 Hz, which looks really nice, and it gets 2700 nits of brightness. So that is significantly more than the Google Pixel 7 Pro. So if you're comparing just a brightness standpoint, the Pixel 7 Pro just isn't as bright of a panel as the Pixel 9, which is totally fine. But I do like how the Pixel 7 Pro's edge panel, like there's just something about that edge that I've always loved, and that is kind of an advantage that you're getting inside of that particular phone. Now from the sides, this is also a slight difference because you can see right here, the Pixel 7 Pro is giving you this reflective side. So it's completely reflective for the most part. You can see they both look pretty good, but the Pixel 9 does have this flat side, which does look kind of better in my personal opinion than the curved side here, but still I like this reflective material. SIM card trays on both, nothing at the top. Bottom is giving you USB Type-C ports on both of them. On the back side, you can see we're getting this kind of, I guess, similar layout in some ways. You can see that the Google Pixel 9 is giving you this dual camera setup, where the Google Pixel 7 Pro is giving you this triple camera setup. So this is something that's actually very nice here. So, wide ultra-wide telephoto lens here, wide and ultra-wide camera on the Pixel 9, which we'll talk about in a second, wireless charging on both, reverse wireless charging on both. This is the white color on both of them, and you can see that on the Pixel 9, a little bit more of a warmer white than the Pixel 7 Pro. The Pixel 9 is also an overall smaller phone than the Pixel 7 Pro. So if you don't want a really big phone, the Pixel 9 might be the better way to go, so that's kind of one thing to keep in mind here. But at least on the exterior, that's kind of how they look like. When comparing the older Pro to the newest flagship or the newest baseline, it's interesting because in some ways the Pixel 9 is better than the Pixel 7 Pro, especially when it comes down to the brightness and the overall more modern feeling phone. Now, when it comes down to the software longevity side, the Pixel 7 Pro isn't really going to be lasting as long as the Pixel 9. In fact, the Pixel 9 is going to be lasting probably for another 7 years. There's a chance it might last a little bit, shorter than that, but at least 7 major versions of Android. With the Pixel 7 Pro, I think this one has another 2 versions of Android left. The Pixel 6s all are getting are the oldest supported Androids right now. Then the Pixel 7s are going to be right after, so we're probably going to be getting another 2 years. Then it's pretty much going to be done there, which is not a bad thing. That's still a good amount of time. And considering the Pixel 7 Pro is already 2 years old, 4 to 5 years is usually how long it lasts, but it's still going to be getting security updates after that as well. So that's kind of one thing to keep in mind. But like I said, with the Pixel 9, this phone's probably going to be getting 7 years in total, which is insane. So from that side, that kind of covers it up there as well. Now let's go and do a speed comparison between both. The Google Pixel 9 has that Google Tensor G4 chipset inside with 12 gigabytes of RAM, where the 7 Pro is going to be giving you that Tensor G2 chipset inside with 8 or 12 gigabytes of RAM. This specific model has 8. So let's go and see which one is the better one between both. Okay, there we go. All the apps are cleared out in the background, as you all can tell. Pixel 9 is to the right, the Pixel 7 Pro is on the left. So let's get into it. Phone call is 3, 2, 1. Okay, about the same thing. Camera 3, 2, 1. Let's go and take a photo, 3, 2, 1. And I would imagine that the Pixel 9 is going to be faster, and it is slightly faster. That was a pretty quick one. Let's go and open up this photo. Kind of the same thing on both. Play Store 3, 2, 1. Okay, a little bit of a pop-up here. Scrolling through, let's see if there's any big differences. And it means pretty much about the same thing. These aren't really that intensive of applications. Let's go to Temple Run 1, 3, 2, 1. Now with this type of game, there might be some pop-ups that come up. And you can see we did get a pop-up on both, but if we just go and hop out of both of them, I guess it won't really even matter. This is not the craziest game of all time. So now out of here, let's go and get into stack 3, 2, 1. And you can see the Pixel 9 I think was slightly faster here. 2 different pop-ups, but I think the Pixel 9 would have loaded that one up a little bit faster there for the most part. Getting into the games itself, you can see pretty much like no glitches or anything like that as far as I can tell. Hopping out of here, let's go into Netflix 3, 2, 1. And you can see the Pixel 9 definitely was the far faster one here. Hopping out of here, Snake versus Blocks 3, 2, 1. And you can see the Pixel 9 here was the faster one, followed by the Google Pixel 7 Pro. And you can see between both, pretty much kind of the same thing here for the most part. So not many differences here that I can tell. Tempo Run 2, 3, 2, 1. And you can see here, okay, so we did get into a pop-up here, which is very, very unfortunate. And I don't know why we're getting so many pop-ups. I've played this game 20,000 times in this phone, so I don't know why that happened. But getting into this particular pop-up here, let's go get into both in terms of the game. So I don't know why there's 20,000 pop-ups every time you go into a game. 3, 2, 1. And you can see here for the most part, once again, there's not going to be too many differences here. Really what you're going to notice is like in terms of even closing out of the app, you saw that there was a little stutter there. You're going to notice slight things like that. You're not going to notice like too many big things unless you're going into specific bigger applications. Then you might notice some smaller things here and there. But for the most part, if you're going through and loading up a game or loading up an application, if you're not comparing them side by side, you're not going to notice too many differences. But you can even see here with Roblox, it did take a longer amount of time in this type of game and this type of application than on something like the Google Pixel 9. So overall, I think over time, the Pixel 9 will get faster and faster, which is nice. The Pixel 7 Pro is already kind of halfway done with its life cycle. But I'd probably say the Pixel 9 is definitely the faster one as of this point. So in terms of the camera side, this is also a pretty interesting difference here because both are giving you, an interesting setup for the most part. With the Google Pixel 7 Pro, this particular phone is going to be giving you a triple camera setup, so a wide, ultra-wide telephoto lens. The Google Pixel 9 is going to be giving you a wide and ultra-wide camera. 4K 60 on the front and the back, which is very, very nice, which is really, really cool. And I like both these cameras, right? They're both fairly solid for the most part. With the Pixel 7 Pro, this type of camera I think is fairly good. I still think it's a pretty solid lens. You're getting 0.5x zoom, or 0.5x at least what it looks like there. And internally you're getting 30x zoom. That's a massive amount of zooming in and zooming out. And this in and of itself is a very good amount of stuff to kind of have inside. Portrait mode, motion mode, night sight, you're getting cinematic mode, video mode, standard modes as well. This is a very, very decent camera still. It's not perfect, and the Galaxy of that year was better. I think the Pixel 9's camera is like good, but it's not really like a crazy big difference, I would say, from the Pixel 8. I feel like this camera is great, but it's not even good compared to the Galaxy S24. Like the S24's camera, by having 8K capability and a triple camera setup, is better than this thing. So I don't know why Google hasn't put a triple camera setup, and I don't know why Apple hasn't put a triple camera setup inside of their iPhone 15s. But for their Pro models, they have it, but for these base ones, they don't have it. So it's still a good camera, but I feel like they could be doing a little bit of a better job within these particular lenses. So overall, I'll tell you, if I'm going to pick up one of these phones, it's definitely going to be the Pixel 9. It's a better phone. It's going to last for a longer period of time. It's faster, better camera, like computational processes, and you're getting more RAM on the base models. Other than that, though, I think the Pixel 7 Pro is a better deal. If you have all the money, then buy the Pixel 8 or Pixel 9 Pro. But I think the Pixel 7 Pro is still a pretty good phone with a lot of capability, and it's a very good phone overall. And I think if you want to buy a big flagship, this is a very good option, especially if you can handle bigger phones. But I think the Pixel 9 makes the most amount of sense, but it's more expensive. So that kind of covers it up there for the most part. If you have any other thoughts or questions, please let me know in the comment section below. Hit the like button, that would mean so much, but definitely hit that subscribe button. More importantly than everything else, I love every single one of you guys. Hopefully I'll catch you guys in the next video. Peace out till then.